Welcome to the latest edition of Energy Transition Insights. My name is Reagan Bond, and I'm a partner at Dunsky Energy and Climate Advisors. So typically in these webcasts, we focus on energy policies, technologies, and programs. But today we're going to shift our focus and look inwards and talk about what it's like to work in the clean energy sector. So as a growing company, we're really encouraged by the number of young and emerging professionals that wish to enter the clean energy sector. But we also know that they face a challenging time navigating all of those options. So today I'm sitting down with three of my colleagues who have all just celebrated their first year anniversary at our firm, Paige Hahmann, Valentin, Meyer, and Shruti, Bagde. And they're going to talk to me about their experiences both at Dunsky and in the sector. So I think to start out, I'd love to hear from all of you about what led you to a career in clean energy and specifically what led you to apply to us at Dunsky. So why don't we start with you, Paige?
So I've always been very passionate about sustainability and the environment. So I went to the University of Waterloo and studied environment and business. And through that, I got to do several co-op placements, many within the energy industry. So from that, I really started to understand the huge importance energy has on our world, especially as we try to fight climate change. And I really wanted to be working in something that had a positive impact on the world. In terms of coming to Dunsky, we really have interesting projects here. I really thought that the pillars of clean mobility, energy efficiency in buildings, and renewable energy were all focus areas that I wanted to pursue more. So I felt like it was a great fit there. And also in terms of the work we do, a lot of what I like about Dunsky is the balance between technical and non-technical work. So the ability to work on sort of models, as well as doing more research and analysis and seeing what the trends are as utilities sort of decarbonize.
Awesome. And Val, how about you?
Yeah, growing up in Java, Indonesia, I grew accustomed to the spirit of gotong royong, which basically means a communal effort towards a common goal. So I've always wanted to work in something that captures the essence of collaboration and the positivity aspect of it, which I didn't know what to do actually. So through studies and work experiences, I get more and more exposure on the growing concerns and also the interest against our fight against climate change. And why did I want to join Dunsky? I think the mission that the company has is very much aligned with what I would like to try to do with my life. And I found this little corner in this world that hopefully contributes to our fight against climate change.
Amazing. And how about you, Shruti?
I would have to say just influence from my close friends and family and being mindful of our resources and where they come from and who they impact. I think questions like that led me to clean energy and sustainability in general. When in school, I saw that I was interested in energy management and data analytics. So while looking for a job, I thought Dunsky fell right at the intersection, and it had many various projects where the two skills could be applied.
Awesome. Well, I can't believe it's been a year. I know we were really excited when you guys joined us last summer, and the time has flown. I'd love to hear how your first year has been. And maybe I'll start with you, Val.
Okay. To be very honest, it wasn't an easy start for me because I started in the middle of the pandemic. I was getting used to new people, a new type of workflow, and it was all through the screen. It was obviously less than ideal, but I have to say that the colleagues made the difference. The collaborative nature of the work, we get to know each other a lot better because we work in multiple projects with different people, and everyone have been very helpful, super understanding. But most importantly, always have time for new people to join and actually ask questions.
And Paige.
Yeah, my first year here at Dunsky has been awesome so far. The team is really great and collaborative, as everyone has said. So meeting everyone virtually was nice, and everybody was always open to answer any questions you may have. I also learned a lot. So one of the biggest projects I was on was for using the heat model, which we use for heating electrification in buildings. So there's really great mentorship provided there so that I understood how the model works and how to run it in Python, as well as understanding heating electrification in buildings and how heat pumps work.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you all had an exciting first year, even if it was somewhat challenging. So I know when I started in consulting, I didn't necessarily actually know what it meant. So I think it'd be great if we could talk a little bit about more what's in the works. So Val, maybe you could describe what a typical day looks like for you and what type of projects you work on and for what types of clients.
Certainly. I have to start off with that no days are the same. To add to that, at Dunsky, we get asked actually what kind of projects we're interested to work on, not only which projects are currently available for people to work on. So that gives us the opportunity to work on various different projects at the same time too. And we typically work at the same time 3 to 5 projects, often at various stages of the development in different subjects and for different types of clients. To give an example, in the morning, I could be doing some research on the types of residential buildings and their energy consumption for a municipality that would like to develop an energy efficiency financing program. But then in the afternoon, I could be running energy models to figure out what are the most cost-effective mix of renewable technologies to reduce diesel consumption in remote communities. So it's very varying day to day.
Excellent. And Paige, what do you like most about consulting? And on the other side, what do you find most challenging?
Yeah, so speaking to what Val has touched on, I really like that no day is the same. I like the variety of projects and sort of tasks we get to work on. One of the things I thought would be most challenging with consulting, but hasn't been the case here at Dunsky, is long days, long hours. However, because there's such a focus on work-life balance, that isn't the case. So for example, if you have a project where you do have to put in those extra hours, there really is a focus that you can take those hours back once things slow down a bit. So one of the things that's probably actually the most challenging here is when you have a really interesting project and you really want to spend a lot of time digging into the weeds on everything about it. But because there is limited time and budget for that project, you really need to make sure you stay focused and on task.
And so, Shruti, given this variety of projects, I know you've worked on a number of projects in the last year. Do you have any favorites that you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess one of my favorite projects that stood out to me was the study we did for a gas utility company to see what decarbonization would look like for them. Usually as an analyst, I'm working on researching or working with a lot of data using Excel, a lot of technical work, but this project kind of stood out because I got a sample of what consulting or project management looks like, and also got to see how big decisions are made, how a scope for a project is set, and how it's monitored. So it was a bit of a break from the technical aspect into the project management world. And I think as someone who is in their early stage of their career, I think those glimpses are very important. So that project was interesting and stood out to me.
Excellent. So I'm really pleased. It sounds like you guys all had a pretty interesting first year, and we're just thrilled to have you on the team. And congrats again on your first year anniversary. Maybe to close it out, I'd love if you could all share in 3 words, what is it like to work for Dunsky? Start with you, Shruti.
I would have to say collaborative, fun, and engaging.
Awesome. Paige?
Rewarding, exciting, and impactful.
And Val?
People-centered, thought-provoking, and rewarding.
Amazing. Well, thanks again for sitting down with me today and sharing your experiences. And thank you to everybody who's watching this edition of Energy Transition Insights. Dunsky is always on the lookout for committed and passionate people to join in our mission of accelerating the clean energy transition. If you want to check out available positions, please look on our website or contact us for more information.